2. What's up, YouTubeites? Welcome to the Lords of Long Box presents the Cover Price Comic Book Shakers of the Week for 11/30/2023, the last Shaker show of November. Can you believe that? And as always, Thursday is ceremonial for Freestyle Friday, so let's kick a little freestyle, shall we, boys and girls?
Yeah.
As soon as I find it here.
What?
It's a mad world. 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 Baby talk. Baby talk. Baby talk. Baby talk.
The baddest on the microphone apparatus is here. When I rock a rhyme, often eyes are dropping a tear. It's so beautiful, it's America's landscapes when this man makes lyrics like the syrups that you pour upon your pancakes. My mandate is to grip minds like a handshake. Spit Orlando Lakes and go skinny dip with the fan base. Over any damn breakbeat, I hastily make pastries tastier than anything that Wolfgang makes. So take notes out of suckers, I make coats, lump of some like Bubba Gump, fishing on lake boats. I take jokes and turn the comedy into drama. I'm bagging on your mama, I'm Jeffrey Dahmer behind ya. I'm a rhyme writer, lock stock, smoking the ganja. Rebuttals befuddle, leaving a puddle of saliva, sillies. You couldn't handle Randall when I throw my grammar at you. It hit your head and you would think I threw a hammer at you. I point the camera at you like Herb Ritz. Develop it, then use the pictures to pick up bird shits. You're nervous as the impervious wordsmiths hanging out in Rafa's new crib come with the verses.
What's good, YouTubeites? Welcome to the Lords of Long Box presents the Cover Price Shakers of the Week. JB, say what's good to the folks.
What is good, everybody? Welcome to the official offer list. You know what? You must have done really well on Tuesday, because anytime people do well on Tuesday, you get a Shakers list like this. If anybody has any of the books on tonight's list, proof of life.
There may be one. There may be one, I think. There may be one.
I actually think that there's a chance that they might have the one that I'm going to read first. I think it's a possibility.
Maybe.
Oh,
we'll see.
On that note, Laura, see what's good to people.
Yeah, welcome in, guys. This is a really interesting list. It's a lot of mixture to it. Again, if anybody has the first book of the night, let me know, because I'm curious. I think somebody might. It has a cult following, so maybe.
All right. The show is sponsored by our friends over at brought to our friends over at CovrPrice.com for price guides, collections, and trends. This year's Shakers list every double drop every Thursday, and it's CovrPrice top 10 every drop every Tuesday. Also, proud sponsor Bird City Comics. Use discount code of LTLB to get 15% off anything in the Bird City Comics store. And in today's giveaway, we're going to do a randomizer, and JB's going to pick a winner and ship you some books. But first, before we get to that, Laura, what do we have dropping this Friday?
Okay, so tomorrow we have this is the book I was telling you guys about, Sabrina Holiday Special, issue number 1 by Sweeney Boo. It's just, in my opinion, just a really pure, innocent, evergreen rendition of Sabrina. So if you are fans, it's incredibly limited. Only 250 copies will be available tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Is that like Sabrina the Teenage Witch?
Yeah,
Ah,
it's
I'm
like the
telling you.
Christmas version of her, and Sweeney's
It'd be-
amazing. She did a lot of work
Well-
on like Harley Quinn and stuff.
I love that Netflix show, man. That Netflix show is
Right?
incredible. Yeah.
Oh, quick update on these giveaways. Mr. Drake, the winner from Canada, your books will be going out tomorrow.
And what are they
We
going to
are
win
going
today?
to be now. Yeah, your books will be going out tomorrow. I've got these 2 books for today's show, and we need to put a little. We're gonna go. Not
Asterisk?
domestic United States, but Canada is okay. We're not shipping to New Zealand, and we're not shipping to the UK. No,
Unless-
but Canada,
Unless they pay
Canada's
for
right
shipping.
on the line. So, Mr. Drake, you're getting your books tomorrow. I appreciate you for participating in the show.
What about if they pay for shipping?
Yeah. You pay for shipping. I'll send you all the books that I have that are Miss Bird Cities. You get all 6 of them. All the whatever I have left.
All right, let's get right to it, boys and girls. This is the the cover price shakers of the week. This comes from our friends at CovrPrice, focusing on new sales or most interesting sales found on their exclusive daily shakers list. This just changes several times every day, so make sure you check out every day to review some of the hottest trending books on the market. And Laura says people may have this book. Let's see.
Maybe. All right, so kicking off the shaker list, we have Beetlejuice number 1 from Harvey back in 1991. Tim Burton was at the peak of his career when he signed on to direct Beetlejuice in 1988. So much so that some of the biggest stars at that time came out to audition for the unknown role of Lydia Dietz. This included Sarah Jessica Parker, Brooke Shields, Lori Loughlin, Diane Lane, Justine Bateman, Molly Ringwald, Juliette Lewis, Jennifer Connelly, and Alyssa Milano. This week, news broke that filming on Beetlejuice 2 has wrapped, with Michael Keaton reprising his titular role, Winona Ryder returning as Lydia, and Catherine O'Hara returning as Delia Dietz. The star of Burton's most recent TV series Project Wednesday, Jenna Ortega, has been cast as Lydia's daughter. That could explain why his first appearance of the original cast in comic books jumps this week. Beetlejuice number 1, produced by Harvey Comics in 1991, was based on the short-lived TV cartoon series Beetlejuice, based in turn on Tim Burton's hit movie Beetlejuice. There is a newsstand and Canadian variant of this issue, but a copy of the direct version is the one that spiked this week, fetching $150 for a raw near mint copy. And currently, sales of a 9.6 and 9.8 graded copies are hovering around $200 and $400 respectively. Does anybody have this?
Brian Wells
Did
has
anybody
one.
have it?
Yeah, Brian Wells is the only one that has it.
Damn.
There
I
you
thought
go.
somebody might, because Beetlejuice again has like a cult following. I'm not
Laura, what was Michael Keaton reprising again?
his titular role. Titular.
Titular.
I hate that word. You guys
Titular.
know I can't stand that word.
His
Titular.
titty roll. His titty roll, yeah. Beetlejuice from Harvey, June 18th, 1991. 150 bones and a raw dog. 9.0 to 9.4. All right, what do we have up for the next offer?
I'm such a juvenile. She said tit.
I know you.
All right. At number 2, we've got Blackhawk, issue number 133, originally published in 1959. Now, the debut of Lady Blackhawk has consistently piqued the interest of comic book collectors. This Silver Age gem boasts 3 compelling stories, with the most crucial one introducing Zinda Blake. In this tale, she swoops in to rescue the Blackhawks from the clutches of the villainous Scavenger. Although she wants to become the first female member of the Blackhawks, she realizes she needs more training before doing so. Although there is no specific speculation on this character, everyone sees a nice sale of this important comic book occasionally. This past week, we saw a CGC 4.5 hit 4. No, what is that? We got wrong numbers on here. We saw a CGC 4.5 hit $400. Collectors can find some mid-grade raw copies for $200 to $400. That doesn't match what we have on the graphic.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Doesn't match the
I
graphic.
copied it from the CovrPrice website, so it may be a new sale that they put on there before the notes, after the notes came out. So I just go
Look
to
at
show
that.
you
This
the
book is
change
on
in everything.
fire, folks.
Yeah, man. Somebody else said they have it too. They said they have multiple copies. Who was that? A Poor Man's
Beetlejuice.
Comics. Yeah, a Poor Man's Comics says they have a
Mhm.
few copies of the Beetlejuice book. So there you go, man. All right, Black Hawk issue number 133, from 1959. I'm gonna say 950 for raw VF. But you know, whatever. Go on the website and look for yourself. All right, what do we have next?
All right, next up, Deadpool Nerdy 30, number 1. This
Uh-oh.
is the Clayton Crane 99 Problems acetate cover from 2021.
Uh-oh.
Deadpool Nerdy 30 is a one-shot anthology that centers around the creation of Wade Wilson, aka Deadpool, in 1991 by writer Fabian Nicieza and artist Rob Liefeld. Slyly disguised as a happy birthday issue, it was released in 2021. The comic had several variants, including retailer exclusives by Liefeld and artist Clayton Crane. One of those variants was an Eastside Comics and Clayton Crane version exclusive depicting Deadpool holding a taco. The book was allegedly limited to 1,000 copies and distributed online at their respective stores. Shortly after, Black Flag Comics released an acetate version, which overlaid a slight color tint to denote the Mexican flag, a sombrero, and the tagline 99 problems, but a taco isn't one. Cut to 2022. When this practice was spotlighted on Black Flag, and Crane's Ultimate Fallout facsimile was also recreated as a new exclusive with an acetate cover. Depending on who you ask, Black Flag Comics, Clayton Crane, or both parties were responsible for producing the books, which then proceeded to break the comic internet with #AcetateGate. Today, people are still paying actual dollars for the acetate version of Ultimate Fallout. Really? And even though this book was never pulled into the acetate gate conversation, prices are doing very well, with a recent copy of this book selling for $320 raw, a price almost matched just a few weeks ago when another raw hit an all-time high of $325. Blech. Yeah, I don't know. No comment.
What do you feel about that, Laura? I mean, you're kind of in the business of selling books. Would you ever consider taking some dead inventory and throwing a piece of acetate on it and scribble on it and then throw it out there again?
It's crazy that I didn't know that they were still selling. Like, I thought eBay pulled all of those.
Yeah, I mean, we don't
You
even
know
have
what
enough
I'm
time
saying?
to go into the whole acetate, Black Flag Comics, Clayton Crane, his wife, and all that stuff. But it's like, it was just a whole thing, and I was just like, you know, besides the acetate cover issues, the things about the infidelities, I was like, hey man, it's none of my business, whatever, that's their business, and that one dude went out and poured his heart out. Poor guy. I don't know.
Felt terrible for that dude.
Oh man. But a lot of people didn't feel a bit terrible for him because of all the things. But we won't get into that, man, because we're here to spread positivity. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So
yes.
Deadpool
Keep it
Nerdy
positive.
30. Deadpool Nerdy 30 number 1. Clayton Crane Black Flag Comics 99 Problems acetate cover. Jesus, that's a mouthful. All right, what do we have next?
All
Ofer.
right, this is very interesting. At number 4, we've got Gunsmith Cats issue number 1, originally published in 1995 from Dark Horse. Now, Gunsmith Cats is a wonderful Japanese manga series written and illustrated by Kenichi Sonoda, published from 1991 all the way through 1997. Now, this series features the adventures of young women fighting crime in Chicago. It was subsequently adapted and published originally as a 10-issue comic book series by Dark Horse Comics in 1995 and 1996. Although adhering closely to the original manga version, it did remove a number of rated R scenes for the American market. This past week, we saw a rare CGC 9.8 of issue number 1 sell for $360. Now, raw copies are somewhat difficult to source, but can be found for under $50 in higher grade. Interesting side note for the drum kit drummer fans of CovrPrice. Famed Weather Report kit player Peter Erskine composed the music for the 1996 three-part anime version of this comic book in the UK. A DVD version was released in 2001 for the North American market.
Huh. So wait, the drummer's band's name was what?
Its drummer's band's name is Weather Report. Famed Weather Report.
Sure. If I've
never heard of them,
down
by the
Weather
way.
Report, yeah.
Never heard
But
of them.
Gunsmith Cats issue number 1 from Dark Horse,
I'll tell you the Weather
1995.
Report up here. It's raining. That's what's happening.
Yeah. You know what? Netflix needs to do an anime of this. I mean, because there are tons of just anime on there. So we shall see, man. But it'd be kind of dope. I love the cover too. I just
You
love
like the cover?
I just love the manga style anime, art. You know what I'm saying? That's just my stilo. You know what I mean? All right, what do we got up next?
All right, moving on. We have Malibu Sun number 6 from Malibu in 1991. First previews of characters have been a thing for a while now, with collectors getting into ads that show the first preview of those characters. The first preview appearance of Spawn has been constantly debated over the years as different books have come to light. Collectors have taken an interest in books like Foom because of art that predates the first official comic book issues. Malibu Sun was a preview magazine that showed upcoming releases of Malibu graphic imprints. Malibu Sun number 13 is the most famous of these books, as it is the first cover appearance and preview of Spawn. But some collectors are starting to notice issue number 6, which is the first preview appearance of Evil Ernie and Lady Death. This preview included several pages from Evil Ernie depicting both characters that predate Evil Ernie number 1 by 2 months. This week, a collector decided to shell out $219 for a raw copy to obtain this preview. The comic book market landscape is always changing, but one thing that never changes is the desire to obtain first appearances, even if they are just an ad or preview.
I did not know this.
Exactly.
I did not know this.
Idea,
How do you
man.
feel about these, by the way? First appearances and previews.
Well,
I mean, if
Malibu
you're
Sun has a
completionist,
few. Malibu
I'll tell you
Comics
how I
has a
feel.
few.
If I own it, I
Malibu
dig
Sun,
it.
that is.
If I don't own
Yeah.
it, it ain't
Yeah.
real. Come on, man.
Yeah.
That's about right.
Well, I mean, there's so many niche things in our comic hobby. You know what I'm saying? I mean, ads, Canadian variants, foreign variant. I mean, it's just, it's just something people collect. I mean, somebody really had to dig deep to find this one. I mean,
1979 direct editions.
Malibu Sun also had a preview of the first Spawn, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And I also think Wildcats as well, because I think I have that one. So yeah, let's go Wildcats. Shit, man. All right, Malibu Sun issue number 6, 1991, $219 for Raw Dog. What do we have up next? Oh, that's an offer.
This is crazy. I don't even know what to say about this.
What? Okay.
Proof of life is what I say. If you have this book, please post it on social media and tag us. Also, if you're watching the show and you're having a good time, and I know you are, make sure you hit the thumbs up. We really do appreciate it. It helps the algorithm and all that shit, All right, next up. At number 6, Mr. Average number 1, originally published in 1992 from BS Productions. Now enter the bizarre world of Mr. Average number 1, a comic that's not your average find, featuring non-licensed characters resembling The Simpsons. This obscure gem has recently sparked notable interest. Mr. Average introduces readers to a cue ball-headed hero navigating a strange cartoon dimension known as the dump. Imagine a realm where cartoon politics takes center stage, lightly parodying Sandman and other comics in its time. This issue immerses collectors in a surreal world where melodramas unfold and characters vie for control of the dump. With only 5 other sales for this obscure piece, all of which were under $5, the recent spike to $240 emphasizes an outlying growing appeal for collectors seeking the offbeat and unique. Mr. Average number 1 emerges as an oddity worth exploring. Keep your eye on this shaker as it defies expectations in the ever evolving comic market.
That is wild. I mean, that is just
It really is.
wild.
This is strange.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah. I meant Mr. Average. I meant parroting what, The Simpsons?
I think it's
Yeah.
supposed to be
And
something like
all
that. I don't
comic, he
see it.
said it's they're
Literally
parodying
everything.
all kinds of comic books in here.
Yeah. And this place is called the Dump.
The Dump. And they're talking politics. Love it.
Yeah, okay. Mr. Average #1 for BS Productions in 1992, raw for $240, 9 point and near mint. All right, what do I got up next? Let's go with another offer.
Yeah, the chat's not going to like this one either. Okay, so here we go. Mysterious Traveler Comics #1 from Trans World Publications came out in 1948. Before pre-code horror comics became mainstream and then subsequently burned at the stake, horror stories were delivered through regularly scheduled radio shows. One of the most popular shows of the early 40s was The Mysterious Traveler. Its popularity was evident in the multiple time slots and reruns it ran, along with the many crossovers into magazines and comics. This particular comic is a unique piece of history. Along with the comic book fandom, this book is also a rarity for hobbyists of old-time radio. Researching this book opened the door to a whole new hobby that seeks to preserve audio recordings from old radio shows. At this time, only 75 episodes of the original 350 still exist. This comic was the only published Mysterious Traveler comic by Trans World Publications. In fact, this was the only comic to ever be published by Trans World Publications. Another fun fact is that this book predates the infamous EC Comics horror series by a year, putting it up next to Eerie #1 as one of the first horror comic books with original content. That's cool. In the age of first appearances, cameo appearances, major and minor keys, etc., this book needs none of that flashiness. Instead, it is a relic in history all on its own. Someone saw the historical value and bought a very fine raw copy for $1,750. This dwarfs a 2012 sale in which a CGC 9.2 sold for $985. To put this in perspective, the CGC census only lists 27 books, 4 of which are graded very fine and up. Congrats to this buyer.
Wow. Mysterious Traveler
Wow.
Comics, and they only made one, right? And they made one issue. That's crazy. And so here, let me take you back in time. If you ever watch old like TV shows that take place in that era, the 30s and 40s, families used to gather around the radio to listen to shows, right? I
Crazy.
mean, now you literally have anything you can watch at your fingertips, through streaming apps, even if you have to
And
buy
I
it.
still have my kid telling me she's bored. Come on.
Well, I almost finished Netflix until I found a new show today, which is awesome. I forgot what it's called though, but it is nuts. It's like a special ops team that's fucked up on drugs, and there is probably the most amount of nudity I've seen in a Netflix show on that show. It's pretty violent.
What's it called
too.
again?
Oh man, I forgot. It's
You had me in nudity. Come on, man. Don't
Yeah,
leave
oh
me
my
hanging with the title. What the
I
hell?
mean, there's full frontal male nudity.
I'll pass.
Whew. Yeah, what's
But
the
a
name
lot
again?
of a lot of booby, a lot of booby,
Give me the name.
a lot of boobage too. So, but it is wild. I was like, yeah. You ever open up a Netflix movie or a series and it says nudity, and you're going through, there wasn't no nudity in here. What the hell, man?
What do
I
you mean
was
going
short-
through? Like you're just skipping to try to find the scene?
No. At the very
Evo,
beginning, it tells
you
you
dirty
like
dog.
violence, nudity,
Uh-huh,
gore,
uh-huh.
whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm not 13-year-old kids. Shit,
Hey, somebody in the chat said they had this.
Yeah, someone in the chat. I highlighted
Ryle?
that.
Yeah,
Rael?
Ryle
Ryle
Nagath.
Logoth.
That's awesome. Tag us if you ever post it.
Tag us. Put
Definitely.
that on social
People
media
buy
and
it.
please tag hashtag LOTLB.
All right. Mysterious Traveler Comics issue #1 from Trans World Publications in 1948. Wow. He's raw, very fine for 1750. Man, that survived a lot of time to get
So neat.
to get that grade.
So
Yeah.
neat.
All right. Is this an offer? I think so.
Yeah.
Wait till you guys hear the story behind this one. That gave me chills reading this. By the way, shout out to the writers at CovrPrice. You guys are fantastic. Coming in at number 8, we've got National Comics, issue number 18, originally published in 1941. Now, December 7th is around the corner, and it represents a somber day in American history. Some may remember the phrase December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy. That phrase was uttered by President FDR just one day after the attack on Pearl Harbor. What does this have to do with this comic? Well, this book was released 1 month before the attack and
What?
depicted the attack itself with writing and publication timelines. This plot line could have come to fruition 3 to 4 months before the publication of this book. It's one of those books that makes you think and marks an inflection point in the history of America. This is a significant reason one fan was willing to drop big money to secure a copy. A CGC 6.0 recently sold for a whopping $3,150. That's $1,590 higher than its previous highest graded copy, which sold at $1,560, but it was only a CGC 2.5. It's the only book in that grade on the census, with only 3 books coming in at a higher grade, topping out at a CGC 9.6. Now, raw copies appear to be even harder to come by, with only 1 sale in our database for a reported 2.5 raw that sold for $900.
That's it?
It's an under-the-radar book that represents a massive point for America, and it's one to keep your eyes peeled for.
I agree with TiVo. That's it. $900.
Yeah.
That seems
That
like a
is
steal.
that is wild that they said that.
Crazy. Now, that's not the first book. I have another one right here. Action Comics 309. Go look up Action Comics 309, everybody. It's a book that has a cameo of JFK, and it came out a week before he was assassinated.
What the
What?
fuck? Are you serious?
Oh my God.
That is wild, son. So I am a huge I'm a huge history geek. Like I love anything going back to whenever the Peloponnesian Wars and the Roman Empire and the Vikings, of course. But like World War II, the attack on Pearl Harbor is very interesting. Like there was some intelligence snafus by the U.S. government. There was one guy who really exists, and if you watch the Michael Bay movie, he actually, it's played by Dan Aykroyd, I think, of all weird people. And there's another movie called Pearl Harbor, but the Michael Bay movie was just called that was called Pearl Harbor. But there was another film too. And they said that they detected this chatter and it never got there. And interesting factoid is FDR was in a wheelchair and nobody knew. I mean, the press back then didn't tell anybody that FDR was in a wheelchair. I mean, that's how the press nowadays. Forget about it. That would never happen, right? I mean,
There was respect back then.
Yeah. So I mean, it's very interesting. And I know that Michael Bay movie is a little, but I still watch it. I mean, Ben Affleck's in it, but there's 2 of them. And I also like Midway, which is also a great movie, that takes place after Pearl Harbor. And it's like the battle that really changed what happened at the Pacific. Band of Brothers. Oh, I love Band of Brothers too. I could just go on and on with military movies. All right. National Comics number 18 from Quality Comics, October 8th, 1941. Is that the same Uncle Sam that eventually ended up in DC? You ever seen that Uncle Sam version
No.
in DC Comics? Oh yeah. He was part of the Freedom Fighters at one point.
Freedom Fighters. No, you're right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kind of goofy character, but he was like buffed Uncle Sam. It was like, all right, I see you.
Whoop your
All right.
ass.
I see.
All right, what do you got up next?
This one's
What
interesting
the
too.
hell?
Yeah, I don't know. Pirates of the Dark Water number 1. So this is from Marvel back in 1991 again. Nostalgia is hitting hard these days, especially for toys and cartoon lines that were made in the 80s and 90s. The kids of that era have grown up and have real jobs and disposable income to splurge on recreating their childhood dreams. The Nacelle Company has helped to stir up nostalgia through their series, The Toys That Made Us, a documentary on Netflix that featured popular toy lines such as G.I.
Love the
Joe,
show.
Transformers, He-Man, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and My Little Pony. The Nacelle Company went a step further by creating the Nacelleverse, which features much more obscure toy lines such as Biker Mice from Mars,
Oh yeah.
Sectors, RoboForce, and Power Lords. These characters will be reintroduced in comic books from Oni Press and then appear in cartoons that include crossovers, creating a shared universe. People seem to be making speculation plays on what cartoons or toy lines could be snatched up next, and Pirates of the Dark Water fits this mold as an obscure cartoon that lasted one season and spawned a toy line and comic book. One collector was determined to get ahead of that trend when they dropped $350 for a graded 9.8 on November 28th. It'll be interesting to see if there is enough interest in these properties when the comics and cartoons are released, or if they were deemed obscure for a reason. I don't remember.
I agree
I
with the
don't remember
statement that
this
we're reliving our youth, though, because I feel
I
like
don't
I've
remember
bought
this.
some stuff.
I don't remember this cartoon at all whatsoever. It definitely has ElfQuest vibes. If you remember that comic, ElfQuest.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't remember this cartoon at all. I mean,
Oh my god, this guy's got the first 3 issues of this.
there
Really?
you go, man. Pirates of the Dark Water.
Dave's got a copy.
It only went for one season, though. So, like, what are the chances of them bringing this back?
Well, you never know, man.
You
shall
don't, I
see.
guess.
I mean, Hollywood's running out of ideas, so they're gonna snatch up IP and do whatever they can. You know what I mean? Especially something animated, it's easier for them to make.
Have you seen The Toys That Made Us, the documentary?
I
I love that show. I've talked about this show. I've talked about it
love that
numerous times on this one. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle ones is especially interesting because it talks
No,
about
the Star Wars was the best. Where he goes, how tall is Luke? And he puts up his fingers. He goes, he's this tall.
yeah.
And they measured his fingers, and they said, "All right, that's how tall he is."
Yeah, but the Turtles one talks about the fallout between Eastman and Laird.
Yeah,
and then
that's
at the
interesting.
end of of that show, they kind of have a reconciliation. One of them wanted to just say, "Hey, I don't want to go all this merchandising and do all this crap. I just want to do, the comics and this, that, and the other." And then one said, "No, we can make money." And sure enough, we made a lot of money. All right, last shaker of the day, and then we're going to see what's shaking the day, boys and girls. What do we have? I think there's your chance to get on the board.
All right, final shaker of the day. Shout out to this fantastic live chat we've got. 80
really good
strong.
one.
If you're enjoying the show, make sure you
80,
take a
that's
moment
it?
to hit that
We're up
thumbs
against
up.
Thursday Night Football. That's why.
Oh yeah, we're up against the Cowboys, who are
Boo.
leading the Seahawks 20-14 in the second quarter. So we will hurry it up so you guys can get the second half. The final shaker of the night. You guys ready for this?
Cowboys?
Babies, issue number 1, the zombie variant, originally published in 2009. Now, the team of X-Babies debuted in the pages of X-Men Annual issue number 10 in 1987. They have since been a nice change of pace in a fan favorite group that pops up sporadically. The team has had multiple miniseries with several issues going on to have increased prices in the aftermarket. The Scotty Young covers have all become quite collectible, but the true standout must-have book has been this Humberto Ramos zombie variant for issue number 1. This variant has long been a great find back in back issue bins, with prices increasing yearly the past 3 years. Now, this past week saw a raw copy reach $100 for the first time, making it an all-time high for a raw copy. While there aren't many copies available online, odds are there are a few copies still in bins, so keep digging in them long boxes.
He said it. Yeah, this is a wild concept. I mean, if they were to do like a actual book on zombie babies, I mean, shit, that's terrifying. You know what I mean?
Zombie
It
babies.
reminds me of that movie, things that people watch that you should watch. Sponsored.
Dun, dun,
Nobody.
I know, buddy.
It was a movie that came out in the 80s or 90s. Elijah Wood is in it, and some other people. It's called Cooties.
Cooties, nice.
Cooties, yeah. So basically, these kids somehow get infected and turn into zombies, and the faculty has to, like, take them out. They're just murking these kids that are turned into zombies, man. It's hilarious, man. And it's horror comedy. So that dude Rainn Wilson is in it too. You know what I'm talking about? I think that's his
Rainn
name.
Wilson.
Or is that the chick? I don't know. He was in The Office. Yeah, I think he's in The Office. Yeah. He's in it. Elijah Wood is in it. Yeah, it is wild. When I was watching, I said, I've never seen this before. And I was just watching and say, this is a fucked up concept, but I'm digging it. I'm all about fucked up stuff, man. So
all right,
before
we're gonna do a
get,
giveaway after we're gonna peruse the live shakers list first, or do you want to do our
let's
our
peruse
our
and we'll
giveaway?
give them time to add
To get
their
your I just dropped the link one more time. And you know what we forgot to show, TiVo? There it is. There it is.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Yay. Guys, this is Ultimate Spider-Man issue number 1. It's obviously done by Alan Qua. He has a very distinctive, intricate, really
Dope.
complex style. Yeah, I'm actually really happy with this. There's a lot of talk about this title because you got a new Green Goblin being debuted. And anyways, we are partnered with this book with a couple other retailers, and it will launch this Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have 3,000 of the trade and 1,000 of the virgins, and there will be sets available too.
All right. So Friday, you're gonna have
Sabrina.
this bad boy, right?
Yep.
What time?
That's at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. As long as you guys are following us on Instagram, or better
Yeah.
yet, if you're text or if you're
Text
signed up
the
to our
word
text line,
exclusive. Yeah.
yeah,
What are you waiting for?
you'll know.
All right. Let me do a seamless transition
This
here.
is what we call just high quality production value that the Lords of the Long Box brings to YouTube. This is how we do it, with where you don't even notice that we're. Come on, man! What is taking so long?
He's
TiVo?
stalling for
Come
you.
on.
It's having issues
Good
logging.
Lord,
There we go.
crushing
Hold on.
my
I don't
seamless
wanna
transition.
I don't want to show my personal information. What's going on? All right. Share screen.
Seamless transition, everybody. Seamless.
All right. There we go. As soon as I take this graphic off. All righty.
Holy shit! That's not updated, is it? Did you?
Uh-oh.
Good.
Yeah,
Lord.
I saw some. You weren't supposed to see that, by the way. Yeah.
You need
Holy
to slide
hell,
down
yeah.
the shakers list. Good Lord.
Shit, at one point it was up to 130 grand or something like that. But it's a lot
Wow.
less than that because I sold off a lot of stuff. So
That was an accidental flex, TiVo. That's amazing.
By the way, you know what is back in stores? And for the price of that McRib, you can get yourself a monthly subscription to CovrPrice. And I'm telling you, it's a rabbit hole. You'll spend all day in here, especially in the shakers list. This thing updates daily. Like, it may update while we're looking at it, type thing.
I love this cover. This cover has always struck me as goofy, man. It's Batman and Robin playing baseball with Superman as the ump. World's Finest Comics number 3. Wow. First appearance and origin of the Scarecrow. 5150 for 5.0. Damn, that's it. 13 grand for 4.5. No love for the Scarecrow. Come on, man. What's going on here? What's wrong with you people? Remember I told you about Golden Age covers of Superman?
In the yellow.
But look at the web of evil. Come on now.
That's
Look
cool.
at that. The house where Horde lived. The Spectre's
It's
face.
orgy of
man.
death on that tombstone.
Oh, yeah,
Is
well,
that what it
duh.
says?
Yeah, why not? Shit. Web of Death number 6 from 1953. 2 grand into 7.5. Jesus Christ. What are these high ass grades? And September 16th, 5 grand, but then dropped. Somebody got 7.5 and a 7.5. So somebody got themselves a deal for, I guess, 2 grand, right?
Yeah, I'd say so.
You have to slide down to the chart to see what the historical
we ain't got no time for that because we got to look at this foreign variant.
Hohem Harana.
That was well said.
This is the Brazilian version. So yeah. So in Portuguese, it sounds a lot like there's some Spanish words in there, but like I don't even know if Hohem is correct. So in Portuguese, the J is what is solid. It's not like Jose, it's Jose, right? So, Dues Grandes and Aventuras do Nosso Novo Hero. I can't read
Ooh,
the rest of it.
Damn.
The Camelio Ataca.
very nice, T.
Buja,
Business.
alla buja, abrigado. My Portuguese turned Italian there for a second. Funny story.
I'm so worried about these foreign variants because I think it's such a cool thing. I bought a couple of the Mexican Ohem Arana ones, but I'm worried that what if someone's like making these up in their garage? I would never know. How do you know if you get some foreign version of this thing? The paper quality is all funky.
Well, in Mexico, it's not called Ohemorana, is it? It's called.
I got one over here. Let's see what it is.
It's called something else. Funny thing, I was at my dental. I was getting went to my dentist, and my dental assistant was Russian. Right, she has a really heavy Russian accent, but beautiful eyes, just absolutely. Because I can only tell because she had a mask on. But I kept on staring at her, and she's like, yeah, and so I was like, oh, you're Russian? She goes, yeah. I said, oh, привет, товарищ. Oh, you speak Russian? I said, yeah. I can say come. I can say hi, hello, bye, fuck you, stuff like that.
So you're
I got a
basically
few of
fluent.
these,
You're
TiVo.
fluent.
If you want to highlight me real quick.
Yeah, I want to see.
Yeah, that's the different. That's what's something la something hombre arana. So it's a little bit different in
And
Portuguese.
then check this one out.
That one is Portuguese. Look
That's
at
very
you.
cool. Where'd you get these?
Oh, I'm always great. Every time I see these, I grab them. But now, I'm worried that I could be getting like fakes. I wouldn't even know, right? I mean, come on.
Yeah, I don't think
The
they
paper
go that
quality is all
far.
funky. It's weird.
I actually have a Turkish edition of a book. Believe it or not, of Amazing Fantasy. It was a reprint of Amazing Fantasy 15, or when they redid it. And it's a Turkish edition. So yeah, that one's is the most foreign to me. Like I have quite a few like Spanish, French,
Yeah, French.
I even have Italian, comics that I just my LCS gets these foreign books every now and then. Actually. He went to Europe and he was like, I got a bunch of foreign books. I mean, look at him. So, I said, snatch them up. All right. Catman Comics number 5 from 1941, $1,000 for a no grade. So they couldn't verify it for a raw dog. CTC 6.5 for $8,400. Wow. Look at that. Check out my man's shorts though.
Very nice. He's all toned. He's a toned butt.
Okay.
He does. You can see like the butt muscle on that one.
All right. We know what Laura's looking at. Look at all these yellow covers of Superman. Look at that. See. DC books on here. Oh, look at this.
What is
Tales of Mortal Kombat and Deeds of Valor. Look at that. Introducing a new direction of magazines, an entirely novel and unique reading experience called a comic book. I guess. $900 for 9.2. Shit, that's not bad at all. 9.2 for 1955. That is pretty damn good from EC Comics. So right in 1955, EC Comics was knee deep in like horror books. So I mean, this does not look like a horror book. This is like some Ivanhoe shit right here, man. Knights of the Round Table. For all you old people, remember the movie Ivanhoe? I still have this book actually. This is the first black suit Spidey in Peter Parker the Spectacular Spider-Man series.
Yeah, let's see what I think they got it all laid out in the key. They list it in the key. Early appearance 2 weeks after. There it is. 2 weeks after 252.
Yeah. So as a side quest, I collected all Spider-Man first of all, in 1984, Spider-Man had like 4 or 5 ongoing titles, right? Web Spider-Man, Spectacular Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man, Marvel
Tales.
And so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go out of my way to get the black suit Spidey for each one of these. So if you look at the next one, he actually appears on the cover.
I feel this one's really undervalued because he's not on the cover.
Look at Blob. Yeah, you know what? You know what? Mockingbird doesn't get enough. She should, she should have, I mean, she was in Agents of Shield, but never really went anywhere. But I would like to see like a comics accurate version of Mockingbird. That would be dope, man.
Ooh, that
Interesting.
looks good.
I want to take a look at this FF for some reason.
26. What's up with that?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Somebody bought a high graded version, 8.5.
8.5 though. Come on, man. 1964 and an 8.5.
Shit, 9.8 sold in 2020 at the height of the pandemic for 20 grand.
It's still 9.8 from 1960. Get out of here with that.
That is nutso. Time machine shit. I'm telling you.
Dude, all my Silver Age is like 3. They're all VG, man.
I have one Silver Age X-Men book in the early like 10s that are a 9.0, and also a Strange Tales that's like a 9.0. I used to be a real like I was a conditioned snob. I wouldn't get like anything less than a 6.0, 7.0. That's the way I was.
Low grade is better than no grade, man. You gotta have a grade to
Agreed.
get in the game. Shout out
Amazing
Tony
Tales
Bennett.
of horror, suspense, weird mysteries. Oh my god, he done decapitated his head. Who is this from? From Stanley Morse Comics. Wow. $6.89 in a raw, very good. Highest no value, 5.5 for $13.80. Not bad at all. I've been telling you, ever since during the pandemic, people really, really started buying up horror books.
What's going on with that Batman Superman cover? Slide up real quick. One more up one more right there. That Justice League. What's going on with that? The Justice League of America going right there.
Yeah, I'm clicking on it. It's a little slow.
It is a key. What's the key factor? Why is it a key?
Now, do you admit I can take one woman's place? Who is the woman in those fishnet stockings? It's got to be what's her name, right? Yep,
First
second Black Canary.
There you go.
Yep, Black Canary in the fishnets. That's the thing of the past. You don't really see women wearing fishnet stockings anymore unless it's Halloween.
I was gonna say I wore them on Halloween. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have that Foom? Who has that Foom? I think I have that. Do I have that Foom?
What happened to Kurt Ravick in the dark?
No, I got the one with the surfer on the cover.
Look at the colors on this thing, man. Mystic Comics number 13 from October 1st, 1952, 650. I mean,
That's the truth right there.
Pretty tame nowadays, but damn, I mean, back then, taking a head off, shit, man, that's nuts. Yeah, this is from we've had this book on our list numerous times. There's that Eminem book.
Carnage has been coming back.
I don't know why.
Not again.
Same with
Godzilla.
Deadpool. You think Deadpool? So with the new Deadpool movie coming out, do you guys think that where do you think the ceiling is for Deadpool? First appearance of Deadpool.
I actually think that's an evergreen, man. I feel like that book,
I agree.
It needs to be in people's collections.
Yep.
I kind of feel like a 9.8. It should be somewhere in that.
Yeah, because it's
$800. It's a solid book.
Such a huge print run. That's the only thing. It's such a huge print run.
It's just such a huge character, though, and it's still appealing to a whole nother generation, TiVo.
Since this is
Miss Laura's, whole nother generation is getting introduced to Deadpool.
Apparently, Miss Laura's show. Here you go, some more toned legs for you.
Oh, look at this.
Look at those legs, Laura.
Oh, Stormy Foster.
It's right in the butt cheek. Yeah. Not bad.
Hot hit issues, issue number 22. And you better start doing Don't Miss Leg Day. 450 and 4.5, 780. I don't even know who the hell that is. What was his name again? It was Stormy Foster. No, is that his name? Yeah, Stormy Foster, which nowadays would be the name of a porn star. I'm sorry, but I'm just telling it how I see him, ladies and gentlemen.
You're not wrong.
Wow, only 32 comments, folks. Get in there. You got a great chance to win some comic books.
Yeah, we're almost coming to the end of this, and we're gonna do the randomizer. All right, here's some more eye candy for Miss Laura here, since she's all about it.
1954. Look at that. That's beautiful in a lot of ways. I like I don't know. It looks like a poison ivy, sort of.
Oh wow, I didn't even notice the women in the front.
Oh,
yeah. Shit. And look at her fingers.
Holy shit, I didn't even notice the green women.
Yeah. You're gonna get Poison Ivy messing with them girls. Let's see, 420 and a 3.0. Wow, almost $3,000 for 8.0. No key issue or anything, but it's just hard to find. I would imagine Nightmare from issue number 13 from 1954. That's crazy.
Matt Baker horror. Man, Rael is a very knowledgeable person. Good stuff.
Okay, Dazzler, of course. Adventures in the Weird Worlds. How about some TNA for us? I mean, we've been looking at too many dudes on this show.
Is anybody going to LA Comic-Con?
No, it's a trash.
No.
It's trash.
No.
Man. Yeah.
You got all no's across the board.
Yeah. What? No TNA for us? Man.
Nothing. This is all Laura list this week.
Whatever, man.
I get one out of like every 50, so I'll take it.
Whatever. All right. That's it, boys and girls.
Seamless transition, everybody. Seamless. All right, let me show these books real quick. All right, real quick. These are the two. But Laura, what am I giving away tonight? What are we giving away?
So on the left is Kill Your Darlings. Interesting book. These are both horror comics. On the right is The Haunted Girl.
Okay.
But yeah, they're both.
And here's the deal. We will send to Canada and the domestic United States 2 books. If you reach out to me on Instagram and you say I want them all, you got to pay the shipping, and I'll send you whatever I have, one of each cover that I have in inventory.
All right. Sounds like a good deal to me.
Deal. You pay the shipping, you get one of each cover I have, whatever styles, or you take the 2 that I give you, but you can't be in like New Zealand because that ain't gonna fly.
We're bougie. How dare you?
Yeah, that ain't.
God, you know we're not bougie.
First of all, you need to know how to spell bougie. I mean, but we're not. I don't think that's a correct way you spell bougie. Are we bourgeois? Yes, we are bourgeois.
I thought it was 2 E's.
Whatever. Here, let's give this book away.
Yeah.
Come on, put this thing up on.
We're lords.
Coming to the main stage. What do we got here? Here we go. All right, real quick, folks. Let's see. Let's go. What's 9 divided by 7 to you? No, I'm joking.
It is 1.785.
Fucking guy. 33 comments, and the winning comment for this week's show for the Thursday Shakers for the Ofer list is.
We need a drum roll.
Polka Cat. He always comments on this. And
great show.
I
have that Nova run. Just need to find where I put it now. Polka Cat. Reach out to me at let's remove that. Discovery Bay Comics. I'm going to write your name on this right now, Polka Cat.
I don't know if she has an Instagram, but I mean, hopefully she'll reach out to you or something.
Reach out to me, or that, or Discovery Bay Comics at Gmail. So that and then Gmail.
Yeah, she always leaves a comment. She always leaves a comment. She's part of the Rewind crew, so the Rewind gang or whatever they're called, man. But yeah, we appreciate you all because not all of us can make it. But I'm bougie because I'm not going to LA. No, I don't want to go to LA Comic-Con because it sucks. It was better when it was Kamikaze, but now it sucks. To be honest with you, parking is a nightmare. I mean, it's one time I took the blue train. It's like a subway train thing from Long Beach to LA, and it was one of the trippiest experiences I ever had. Dudes would jump on the stop and sell you like socks and like candy and like little knickknacks. And before the ticket terror would come, for the next stop, he would jump off. And I was like, that's weird. And the people in the back just smoking weed all over the place. And I was like, damn.
Nice.
Yeah, man. But yeah, LA is it's all right. But I mean, it's just such a pain in getting there, especially with LA traffic. I mean, if you've never been down here, I mean, it's just a pain in the ass. So I mean, I know a lot of vendors don't go to LA either. So actually, one of my favorite small shows that way is Long Beach Comic-Con. I used to love that show. It's still a great show. It's not too big, not too small. And I saw Trick or Treat for the first time there before anybody else.
Very nice. I think we're gonna try to do C2E2 this year. I've never been.
Ooh.
What?
You don't have to raise your hand.
I want to go.
We were planning on a Lord's meetup, like everybody. Like
let's all meet up in Chicago.
Justin, Milton,
we'll
all meet up.
The best.
Is it? I've never gone.
Awesome. Okay. Now I will tell you that the books were better in Baltimore. Sorry. The books were better in Baltimore.
Yeah, I've been to Baltimore. I liked Baltimore.
Yeah, C2E2 is more about like entertainment and stuff. Where
Oh, the
Baltimore
show
is-
floor was amazing though.
Yeah.
It was in the beer was cold, and that's good too because you got to have
Oh.
cold beer. So
Why would you have warm beer unless you're in England or Ireland where the Guinness
Warm
is served
beer.
warm? Anyway, Laura, any last words?
No, yeah. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We appreciate it. This is always a fun show for me. I like having JB here and TiVo, obviously. You make the show just chef's kiss. Please make sure you guys are following us on Instagram. Last reminder that tomorrow we have the Sabrina by Sweeney Boo. And then on Saturday, we'll be launching the Ultimate Spider-Man by Alan Qua. So
Yeah, there it is.
Awesome.
Ultimate Spider-Man there.
Cool,
There
huh?
is
Looks okay.
Sabrina. I
Mhm.
like this one. That's really dope. I really dig it.
thanks.
All right, JB, any last words?
follow me on social media, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I hope you enjoyed the show. Comment your favorite cover. You know, even the stuff we perused at the end on the show afterwards to be entered into next Tuesday. And as always, don't forget, man, we had a good time. Peace.
Well, next Tuesday we pull a comment from the live chat, but we
Oh,
can
is that how you do
both,
it? All
and
right.
we give away Miss
Yeah,
Laura's
I think
books.
we've been doing it live, so
We can do it both.
Do it live.
Yeah,
going
we
live
can do
on
it.
it.
Because a lot of times you don't, the people that are live don't get shit. So we can give something to live people and somebody.
Kind of evens it out, right? So they all have a chance.
There you go.
Yeah, make sure you subscribe to Lords. Make sure you subscribe to Bird City Comics. Their text line and everything, so you get all that good stuff. And have a great weekend, everybody. Until next time, boys and girls, keep digging in them long boxes. Peace out.
Shake and bake and pull it back.
In the great hall of the Justice League, there are assembled the world's three greatest heroes, created from the cosmic legends of the universe. Their mission, to fight injustice, to right that which is wrong, and to serve all mankind.
Now that's a name I've not heard.
In this, you shall know that the Lord is
Shake and bake and pull it back.
In this, you shall know that the Lord is In this, you shall know that the Lord is
Here's the deal. I'm the best there is.
In this, you shall know that the Lord is
What's in the box?